What is going on, everybody on YouTube? Max Rock here with a brand new video. And today we're going to be doing a speed test between the Moto G5 Plus and the Moto G6. And so to get things started here, what we're going to talk about first are the internal specs of each device. So on the Moto G5 Plus there we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon as a 625. It's clocked at 2.02 gigahertz. It's octa-core and has the Adreno 506 for the GPU. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of internal storage. It's running Android 7.0 with security patch for June 1st, 2018. For the Moto G6 here, we're running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450, which is clocked at 1.8 gigahertz. It also has the Adreno 506 for the GPU. This device has 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and it's going to be running Android 8.0. And we can now talk about the Geekbench scores on each device here. On the G5 Plus, we got a single core score of 826 and a multi-core score of 4142. And for the G6 here, we have a single core score of 737 with a multi-core score of 3846. Now, if you ask me, that's not too far off what the G5 Plus is doing there, even though it's clocked a little bit higher. But it does have 1 gigabyte less of RAM, doesn't have as much storage, and the advantage that I say it has is that it's running a later version of Android. The next thing here that we're going to talk about is the AnTuTu benchmark scores for each device. With the G5 Plus, it has a 76,768, and for the G6 here, we have a 70,138. So once again, it's not as fast as the G5 Plus there when it comes to clock speed. So it's not surprising to see the G6 being a little bit lower than the G5 Plus. It's the updated version of the phone here. It's not the Plus variant of the device, but this is what we have here in the US, and this is what I got my hands on. So let's go ahead and get this speed test underway. With my speed test here, how this usually works is I do a series of app opening tests, seeing which device actually gets the application open first. Now, if it comes to a situation where if one device is opening up applications faster than the other one the entire time, I have to declare it a knockout. But if it's one of those speed tests where each phone is taking one and one is going like back and forth, I'm going to have to determine the winner based on the RAM management here. And so without any further ado, let's go ahead and get this started. So the first application that we're going to open up here is the Play Store. So 3, 2, 1. All right, not sure who that went to. Let me know in the comment section what you think. The next application that we're going to open up here is YouTube. So 3, 2, 1. That there went to G5 Plus. The next app we're going to open up is Tidal. So 3, 2, 1. And that there goes to the G5 Plus. Let's do Facebook next. So 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do Instagram. 3, 2, 1. All right, that goes to the G5 Plus there. Let's go ahead and do Google Plus next. So 3, 2, 1. And that still went to the G5 Plus. Twitter is going to be next. So 3, 2, 1. That goes to the G6. Next application that we're going to open up here is Netflix. So 3, 2, 1. All right, that goes to the G5 Plus. So the next app we're going to open up is Reddit. So 3, 2, 1. And that goes to the G5 Plus there. SoundCloud is next. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, not sure who won that one. I'm gonna give it to the G6 there. And the last app we're gonna open up here is Twitch. So 3, 2, 1. And that goes to the ooh, I gotta see that back in video. I think that went to the G6 there. So because the G5 Plus didn't win in every single app opening test, now what we're gonna do is go ahead and do a RAM management test here. So let's do Play Store. The G6 Plus, or the G6 there, had to reload. YouTube was held by both apps, or both phones. Tidal was held by the G5 Plus there. Facebook was held by both devices. Instagram was held by the G5. Google was held by the G5. Twitter was held by the G6. Netflix was held by both devices. Reddit was held by both devices. Let's go back through all these and see what happens at this point, because they're both held on now. Okay, let's see. All right, so it looks to me like both devices here. Oh, that has to go to the G5 Plus. So looks like the G5 Plus has taken this victory here due to the RAM management, meaning that it has a little bit more RAM, so it's actually able to hold applications better in the background. But if it had Android Dado, it probably would have ended up being a knockout. So even though G6 does have a little version of Android, the G5 Plus with that CPU inside is still a powerhouse. And if you ask me, for the price, it's still a really good phone. So if you guys see that rain in the background, ignore it. But be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And if you do decide to subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell so that anytime a video is posted in the future, you'll be notified of it immediately. But until then, my name is Max the Rock. Thank you for watching the video, and you have a good day. Deuces.